Hey guys, Sableye here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over Dialga, more specifically Dialga Togekiss on the channel. I think the synergy there is just really nice, and I have a few different builds here for you guys as always, but if you guys do want to skip the team building process, as always, timestamp is on the screen, but let's jump straight into things here. So, generally speaking, Dialga is one of those Pokemon that honestly is another one that just doesn't just straight up lose to Zacian, which I think is really good. Probably the Okay, I was going to make a statement about how it's the only steel type restricted I'd use that's not Zacian, but Solgaleo and even Necrozma Dustman can probably see some usage. Solgaleo is actually really good. But anyways, Dialga, another one of those steel type restricted. I don't like non-restricted steel types in this format. They're not very solid, but Kartana's okay. There's some usage elsewhere, but I think Dialga is really cool. For this team, you could technically argue Blizzard is better. I like Trick Room. I think being able to go Trick Room, and you guys will see why I have Trick Room in a minute. But I just think the option to have Trick Room on this team is really nice. Blizzard is another option. I've seen some Fire move Dialgas just because it's a pretty cool tech move to get. I don't think it's needed in this format right now because you already have Max Quake for the Zacian, and that's the main thing you'd be using the Fire move for anyways. So I think this combination is perfectly fine. I also think Blizzard instead of Trick Room is also fine. Kyogre, guys, this is the Kyogre I wanted to try on this team. This team loses to Snarl Spin, generally, so Yveltal becomes a super rough matchup. Anything that can kind of overpower it also becomes a rough matchup, but I figured if I can go with a super bulky Kyogre, and I can counter the Snarl Spam with Calm Mind, not only can I counter the Snarl Spam, I can also just kind of live everything with this spread. Like if Rillaboom walks in, Miracle Seed boosted, max attack, this does not die. I will survive a Miracle Seed boosted Grassy Glide from a Rillaboom into rain. Right? Now, obviously, Woodhammer is a different story, but if I get the Intimidate or some screens up or even a Wormwind off with the Dialga, then it becomes a damage roll, and I think that's pretty favorable considering I'm a Kyogre. I'm not supposed to be living that, you know? But if it allows me to Calm Mind in front of something, let Dialga come in, let their Rillaboom come in, let them think, oh, I'm just going to Grassy Glide it, they don't kill me, all of a sudden they're in trouble. Right? I think it skews a lot of calcs. It's very difficult to actually take this thing out. Sometimes people like to endgame it with, you know, Sacred Sword Zacian, but I don't think that it doesn't get endgame by that either. Play Rough does still endgame this quite a bit. But once again, I have between Wormwind, Screens, and Intimidate, this Kyogre should not be losing any endgame to Zacian as long as it's being played well, which I think is the main reason I want to run it. I went 120 speed because I do have some sort of fast mode with the Thundurus here, and I wanted to be able to outpace opposing. What does 120 do? I think it's Thundurus I hit. If I go 120 times 1.5, whoops, that's not 120. Yeah, it's 180. So I creeped the Thundurus is basically what I did there, and the concept of that, like I said, I have my own Thundurus, so if I wanted to and I had the opportunity to, and they were like a kind of a mid-speed tier team, I could lead Thundurus, Kyogre, go Airstream, and still have the fast water move, spread water move, right? Calm Mind Kyogre is something I think is really cool on this team. It's an attempt, guys. I'm gonna be honest. This one's a bit of a stretch. I just figured it needed a way to kind of counteract like hindrances, right? So now basically, if I have Kyogre and Dialga, you can hinder Kyogre and let Dialga do work, or you can hinder and Kyogre's gonna build back up, or you just hinder Dialga and let Kyogre set up, right? I think I'm trying to kind of force people's hands to hinder one or the other. And I think because I have that option right now, like I said, the main issue here is Snarl. But that's where Thundurus comes in and says, hey, okay, if you're going to Snarl spam, I can actually switch and Thundurus get the boost and then come in with Thundurus, right? It's obviously very written out in theory. It hasn't really been tested all that much, at least by myself anyways. Kiss, on the other hand, Kiss Dialga has been tested. It's been seeing a little bit of usage, and honestly, Follow Me and Ally Switch are both viable options. In fact, generally, I think both are actually, don't want to say required, but definitely good on the team. I'm less inclined to Ally Switch on this team, just because I have the Kyogre. Like, if I'm going to Ally Switch, I'm not protecting my Kyogre. I feel like Yawn or Helping Hand support the Kyogre part of the team a little bit better. Generally shouldn't be bringing Kiss Kyogre anyways, but I feel like there might be a few specific matchups for that. Generally speaking, though, Togekiss Dialga is the play. Just a very nice coverage. They stop the fighting moves, you stop the ground moves, you with the Follow Me. Generally, Ally Switch is what's used here, plus Follow Me, right? So if you Ally Switch in front of a Zacian, Dialga is the one that eats the Behemoth Blade. and Togekiss is the one that eats whatever was going to go into Dialga, which is generally what you want to see, which is generally fantastic. Which is why it's better than Follow Me. Because if I Follow Me, then the Behemoth Blade still goes into Kiss, whereas the other way Dialga can eat it. So that's one specific scenario where Ally Switch here is nice, but I just like Dazzling Gleam. Nothing absolutely crazy here. I'm basically with the Babiri guaranteed to live even 252 Adamant Zacian. Might be overkill on the defensive investment. Might not be. Just built general bulk, guys. I think with this bulk, Yawn was really nice. I could have Ally Switch like I mentioned, but in general, I think this is a fairly standard concept here. Nothing too crazy. You can play around with the bulk if you wish. I don't think there's any other moves that I missed outside of Ally Switch. Is really the only thing that it's really. I guess you could tech a fire move if you needed it, but there's better mons to tech a fire move on. I guess you could tech a grass move if you wanted to hit. Like I think it's Magical Leaf would be better, right? Grass not. Magical Leaf is. Oh, you get Solar Beam. Why do I want to run Groudon? Why do I want to run Groudon Dialga Togekiss now with Solar Beam? That actually doesn't even sound that bad. If anybody wants to put that in the builder and try it out, feel free. Anyways, probably not that great. Probably a bad idea. But anyways, Incineroar, guys. Standard Incineroar. I went Shuka Berry just because I don't think it's always realistic to have Togekiss in every matchup. And being able to take that ground move is just really, really nice. I guess in theory, maybe Safety Goggles might be better. Just for the Amoonguss stuff, because like Amoonguss is going to pressure me too right now. Right? And that becomes a problem. I'm going to leave it with Shuka Berry. I know I'm going to get burnt by like, I'm going to get put to sleep by like 18 Amoongusses, but like, we'll deal with that when we get there. We also have Thundurus, which is just Airstream to shred through those Amoongusses needed mainly here for, like I said earlier, the Yveltal and such, but we're going to leave it at that. No real need to talk about standard Thundurus anymore. And Grim was just kind of here to close out the team. It was basically, what can I do to keep Dialga and Kyogre alive? Because when Dialga and Kyogre are alive, they're actually doing, those are the two pieces that are doing damage here. Right? Kiss isn't doing damage. Incineroar, maybe if you, in certain scenarios, if you wanted to Dynamax it or get just a Flare Blitz off into a Steel type, it checks out, but it's not your main damage dealer, right? My concept here was, how can I keep Dialga and Kyogre alive? And that answer was Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl Dialga, very similar to the Grimmsnarl Duraludon teams. You could opt for a fancier Grimmsnarl, something like Fake Out, Fake Tears, maybe Trick Lagging Tail, Trick Iron Ball, right? Something along those lines, but I figured I'd go with the more consistent Grimm, at least in my opinion right now. Just get the bulk, live kind of whatever they go for. I feel like I'm actually going to switch to Foul Play though. On this team, like I said, let's go bulk, take hits. If they're targeting these two, Foul Play can kind of actually maybe do damage. Right, Spirit Break might be better because, like I said, the Yveltal was questionable. But I'm going to leave it at Foul Play, something to test out. Spirit Break's definitely an option, though. But anyways, the other team, guys, I think is a little bit more standard. And I think I do this in the last, like, 5 videos. Is just basically pair the Restricted on testing out with the Zacian. But, like, seriously, Dialga and Zacian both really appreciate having Togekiss beside them. Which is something that's really, really cool. Right? Togekiss, Dialga, like I said before. Definitely the same concept here. I went with the same spread. This time I teched Blizzard because I don't have the ice move on the Kyogre because there's no Kyogre. I also don't need Trick Room with a Zacian, so I just figured I'd go fast. Zacian comes out on the field right now. Basically, same concept as normal Zacian. And then here on the Kiss is Ally Switch. Ally Switch I figured was better on this team because there's both of my restricteds do not like ground moves. So Ally Switch maybe be able to taking a Max Quake. It benefits both my restricteds, whereas with the other one, Ally Switch only benefited my one restricted, so I figured I'd drop it. And I didn't need Yawn as much on this team, because this team is more built to kind of go fast, right? Like the Kyogre team was kind of built to slow it down if I needed to, or be able to slow it down if I needed to. Get some Yawns up, slow things down, get some Calm Minds up, and take it from there. This one's more so, I need to do damage, I'm going to do damage fast. So I've got Ally Switch, I've got Follow Me, I've got Helping Hand. Just getting some damage out there, trying to get damage on the board as soon as possible. Same concept with the Incineroar and the Grimmsnarl, guys. Nothing crazy there. The Rillaboom is I didn't even finish the Rillaboom. It's okay. I'm not going to. Probably going to be a Assault Vest Rillaboom, just because I think it's a little bit more consistent and one of the only switch-ins on this team. But I'll leave it like, honestly, you know what? Let's just build it up right now, guys. But nothing crazy here. We go Grassy Surge, Grassy Glide, Wood Hammer. I don't think I need high horsepower. Knockoff may be okay. In fact, I'm gonna rock knockoff just for the time being, and I think I want U-turn. I just like positioning, so I'm gonna put U-turn. You can put anything you want there. High horsepower could be cool. Do you even get anything else? I don't even know what else you get. Oh wait, no. We're gonna rock fake out. And then do I want U-turn? Yeah, I'll U-turn here. You know what I mean. Good thing I doubled that. Good thing I checked that. Here I'm just gonna go max HP or close to it, anyways. I'm just gonna slide these guys. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna go up to like 116 attack. I'm gonna go adamant. Speed, I want to hit like 150. Let's go 121. Go for it. 4 here. I'm not worried too much about this. I know I'm AV, but let's go as fast as possible. I don't want to spend too much time building a real boom set that I'm never going to use, because we are going to test out the Kyogre team today. But that was the Zacian concept, guys. Nothing too crazy. Like I said, this core is starting to pick up in usage, so I didn't really want to feature that all that much, because like I don't think I'm the best guy to talk about the Dialga Zacian Togekiss core. I think there's some better players out there that have been using it, so I'll let them talk about it. But Dialga Kyogre is something that's been used in the past. They match each other really, really nicely, and I wanted to try out a little bit bulkier of a set here. The Dialga, of course, you can make the case. You can make the case and say, hey, build Dialga bulky too. But I wanted the option to just kind of have offense with the Dialga right away, right? Because it's not always going to want to play slow. And I think that's the concept. That was the issue with this team. Is like if I went slow, I'd kind of have to go slow. Or if I went fast, I'd have to go fast. I don't mind having the neutral ground. Like one can go fast if it needs to. One can be slow if it needs to, right? Something like that. But let's get into some games here. No need to keep rambling about the team builder for longer than 12 minutes. Because what are the chances? What are the chances? So very similar concept here. Obviously, they closed it out very differently, right? They can still go fast with the Torn. They can still go slow with the Glacier. They've got the Follow Me for the Trick Room, right? It's all very similar, right? It's just kind of how you want to play it, right? So I think in this case, I'm more concerned about them getting Trick Room up. However, Calm Mind Kyogre kind of goes crazy right here. So I'm actually going to go Kyogre. I'm going to put it behind screens. And I wonder if they're Calm Mind Kyogre too, which would just be kind of dumb. I don't love Thundurus here, because like I do feel like they're going to go Trick Room mode with the Glacier. I am going to bring Instant, and I am obviously going to bring Dialga as well. So they're going to go Indeedee, they're going to go Dialga. It's a good lead for them, of course, but I'm going to go Light Screen, I'm going to click Calm Mind. If I lose Grimmsnarl, I'm not really too concerned. Calm Mind, Light Screen. I feel like you're going to see Follow Me Trick Room here. That should be what the concept of this team is, but there's a Calm Mind from Kyogre. No Follow Me though. Expanding Force, that's going to do nothing. 11%. There's the Trick Room. We're going to get some lefties back. This is going to be interesting. Okay. We could be in for a long game, guys. I think once again I'm safe to Calm Mind again. And I think I just go for some... Actually, I'm going to hard switch in Instant right now. It's not a bad time to get it on the field. I don't think they're going to hard switch anything out right now. They actually don't bring the Glacier in for the max. Steel Spike? Nope, just a Wormwind. I'm okay with that. That did a little bit more than I would have liked, I'm going to be honest. It was helping hand boosted, but now we get a Calm Mind. We're going to protect this Kyogre next turn. We're going to go for a parting shot here, just to get Instant back off the field. Probably a Quake going into Instant, right? Either way, that's fine, because Instant's off the field. Into Grimmsnarl, because I do expect a Quake. Nope, just another Wormwind. Okay. That's fine. I see what they're going for, right? They're trying to just kill Kyogre. And I respect that, and I think I might have to max this thing right now. I'm +2. If they go for another helping hand to get damage output off, I could actually be in trouble. So I do need to start picking up knockouts. So let's go for that. And I think I don't want to pivot back into Instant. There's really no point. I'll set up a Reflect just to help out the late game Kyogre. They're actually going to hard switch Glacier and goodbye Glacier. Yep, goodbye. That did what? That did 6%. Kyogre's broken. Alright, peace out Glacier. We do get a crit, but like, I don't know. They just played into this so well, you know? They literally said, we're going to click Trick Room turn 1, and I just clicked Calm Mind and just kind of sat there. Like, they tried so hard to kill that Kyogre, and they just couldn't. They wasted all 3 of their max moves doing so, and it never worked for them. And then I still had, obviously, 2 turns of max there. That is exactly why I wanted Calm Mind Kyogre. 4 games that are ending up more position-based like that. That is a Steelix, sir. Why is there a Steelix? So this one becomes interesting. Like, Groudon Caly, kind of a core I didn't really consider, but like Dialga Kyogre should be able to take it. Thundurus is concerning as a lead, of course. as it always is. I feel like Grim Dialga is nice. Just kind of forces their hand a little bit. The problem is actually killing the Thundurus, right? Like, I can max install it out, but like, I guess I just kill it after the fact and just start getting some Steel Spikes up. Yeah, I don't mind going for that either. Just seems very nice. Get some Reflects, get some screens up. Late game Kyogre obviously still very, very good here. I don't like Kiss here. I almost like Thundurus of my own. But at the same time, I think Instant just for fake out pressure and potentially giving me switchability is better. Although having Thundurus to ignore the ground is actually probably just for the better. So we're going to go with Thundurus here. They're actually going to go Grim Thundy themselves, so I'm okay with this. Do I just take the bait and kill the Grim? I don't see a reason not to, right? I really don't see a reason not to just kill the Grim. So I'm going to go Reflect and just take it. Like, I know it's probably just a bait. This could also be special support Thundurus beside Groudon, right, as a bluff, but I think for the time being, this is probably the best play I can make in the rest of the my safest play, right? Just get set up, don't worry too much about anything going on right now. Get the screens up, then I'll get Light Screen up next turn. We'll see what they go for. They are going to max the Thundy, so it is physical. Just Light Screen on both ends, Steel Spike, goodbye Grimmsnarl, and that's why Life Orb Grim Dialga is good, guys. This is the main reason I went Life Orb. You can make a case for AV. They actually are going to go Knuckle, which is a little concerning. As Groudon walks in right now. I have the Reflect up. I do really want to put up a Light Screen. But I'm also tempted to just foul play this Groudon, especially if they think they might want a Swords Dance or go for another Knuckle. Right? So I'm actually going to take advantage of that right now. And Steel Spike is going to be neutral in the Groudon, and I think that's probably for the best right now. No real need to boost specially. So let's go for the Steel Spike. Some decent damage, actually. That's through Light Screen. They're going to be Berry. That's fine. Show me the Swords Dance. That's fine. That works, too. It's not a Swords Dance. Oh, they crit me. Well, they crit me. And they do just go for the P-Blades. Dialga's alive. Can we point this out? And Groudon's gone. Alright, so foul play worked out right there. The fact that Dialga lives that, though, is absolutely insane. Also, something I haven't pointed out yet is that for whatever reason, this Dialga is faster than that Thundurus. What I am going to do is Thunder Wave this Calyrex, keep it on the field here. And do I want to Max Guard? I'm tempted to say yes, that I do want to Max Guard. Or the other option is just click Max Quake right now. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Quake. This covers if Calyrex protects, because then I get chip. Okay, Cali's not going to protect. We're going to get the Quake off, get some chip damage here. It is in range of a foul play. Dialga's going to go down anyways. Airstream's going to go out. Grim's going to go down, which is absolutely fine by me, because now Calyrex doesn't get a boost. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty interesting spot. I have to worry about Thundurus. Thundurus will potentially ruin this game for me. Alright, guys, here's the question. Does 220 defense Bull Kyogre live a +2 wild charge through Reflect? Let's find out. We Origin Pulse, and I want to Lash Out into this Calyrex sooner rather than later, because I do want to get it down. I don't want to let it sit there. This Kyogre's broken. Why did I? That should not be living that. Anyways, Origin Pulse gonna go out, chip down to Thundy, and now they're kind of in trouble because now I can safely Ice Beam. I don't have to go for a spread, and I can just go Wild Charge, and they have to pick one. Yep. All right, so this defensive Kyogre kind of broken. He's running the calcs in his head, going, "How bulky is that thing?" But we'll take it. That was actually ridiculous. I'm actually shocked how disgusting that was. Like, I didn't expect to live that at all. I'm going to be honest. But we're moving right along here. Definitely getting some good games in, too. We've got Barraskewda. Alright, so this is probably going to be Scarf Kyogre. They tend to be Scarf Kyogre on the Barraskewda team just because, like, it's so oppressive, right? Like, it's literally just Barraskewda Kyogre. I'm going to outpace you. I'm going to kill everything you could possibly lead. Kyogre's a nice lead into this. I do have to worry about, of course, the Kartana. This is one of those ones where having the Trick Room option is also very nice. And I'm definitely going to play into it. I'm going to go Kiss Dialga. I'm going to go Kyogre. Instant is nice in the end game, and I think I need it. I can deal with Kyogres with my own Combine Kyogre and a Max Dialga. So I'm going to go Instant and deal with that. Deal with things this way. Kiss on the field, Dialga on the field here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's not Propeller Tail on English. Tough language. Pretty confident they're Swift Swim. I don't think they're Propeller Tail here. English. Wow. Okay, anyways. I'm going to go for the Follow Me Trick Room. Just going to slow things down here. Because Barraskewda, as good as Barraskewda is, guys, it is super, super frail. So if I can catch the Barraskewda Dynamaxing here, Kiss gonna survive it, gonna let then go down, get to follow me. I get Trick Room up, and I get Kyogre beside Dialga in Trick Room for 4 turns. I think that's very promising. Now, of course, if this... well, that works. That works too, I guess. Okay. So now I'm actually gonna straight up kill the Barraskewda. Well, they Water Sprouted. Why don't I just Wormwind and Helping Hand? Because I don't think Kyogre's going to be the one to switch out. I could Wormwind the Barraskewda and kill it. This actually becomes a tough call. It's basically, do I think they're going to preserve Kyogre? Kyogre's also not going to kill Dialga. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Helping Hand, and I'm going to Wormwind the Barraskewda slot. Perfect. Okay, got that call right now. Obviously, I take a little bit of chip damage here from the Water Spout, and I lose Kiss. But I think losing Togekiss is better than losing Dialga with 3 turns left to Trick Room as Kyogre can come in there. That Water Spout, I think I want to go for a Max Quake Calm Mind. I'm going to Quake the Ogre because, like I said, I do believe it's Scarfed. If they don't follow me and they try to hard pivot out into Zacian, I catch that. And if they just want to follow me, then it's not really the end of the world anyways. Assuming Zacian in the back. Come on, don't click follow me. Don't click follow me. Let's go! Alright, so we get that call. And we're going to take that right there. Goodbye, Zacian. And that just seals the game now. There's no way. I have a hard time believing my opponent is pulling this one back. Good luck. In all honesty, good luck. Calm Mind Kyogre kind of crazy. Like, do I Calm Mind again, or is that just greedy at this point? Like, I actually am going to just take damage, I think. I'm going to go for another Quake for the boost, and I'll hit the Indeedee this time. Yeah, there's the Follow Me. Origin Pulse going to go out. Does a lot of damage, actually. Not quite enough on doing Indeedee, but that's good enough for me. That's a good enough spot to be in right now. We've got one more turn of Trick Room. Like I said, we know this is Scarf Kyogre. Or at least should be Scarf Kyogre. Incineroar's going to take out Indeedee, but I'm not going to worry about even targeting it. I'm just going to click O-Pulse and Darkest Lariat. This covers the Indeedee Protect, which I could definitely see coming. But at this point, guys, Kyogre has this endgame win. Barring any crazy thing, Kyogre has this endgame win. Expanding Force, not going to affect Instant, does absolutely nothing to me. O-Pulse can come out. I do miss the Ogre, do hit the Indeedee, but this game's all but over. Being a Water Spout, like I said, I believe you're locked into that. That's still the 50%. I think I just spam O-Pulse, no real reason to change it. And there's the forfeit. Alright, kinda wild. Kinda wild. I'm loving this team right now. It's actually working. Like, I'm actually shocked. Obviously, we haven't played the difficult Snarl matchup yet, right? Or the spam at stopping this. But right now, that's an Audino. That's an Audino. Excuse me, sir. Why is there an Audino? And it's at 1605. I forgot this Pokemon existed. Okay. Sure. Once again, I think on this one, I'd love to get Trick Room up. I would love to get Trick Room up here. Now, it's an interesting concept, right? Because they can fake out and bring in Groudon, which is really, really tough. I could also try to get aggressive. But I think Kiss Dialga gives me the most options regardless of what they're leading. Have Kyogre in the back. And, okay, I definitely need to fix my Thundurus matchup with this team. I need something down here that's going to hit Thundurus. And I might actually steal the concept from my first opponent, which had the Glacier, because I think that's actually an interesting concept. I think Glacier actually pairs very well on this team, so it's something to consider for sure. The question becomes, how do I want to finish this? Because, like, I don't really want Thundurus here. It doesn't do anything, but Instant also does nothing except give this Thundurus a boost, you know? Is Screens just a better play? But I think Screens are too passive with Grimmsnarl. With the Dialga on the other side of the field. So let's go Instant. Let's go Instant. They're gonna act. This is where Safety Goggles would be nice, but like, I am the faster Dialga, so I definitely don't want to be Trick Rooming right here. I'm actually gonna. This is where Ally. See, this is another spot where Ally Switch is nice, because I can Ally Switch. I mean, I might take a Spore with Dialga, Sleep Powder with Dialga, which would be a problem. But at least I wouldn't be taking a Steel Spike with Togekiss. But I am going to just follow me here. Definitely don't want to Trick Room. I think what I want to do is I'm just going to go straight for a Max Quake into the Venusaur. I have a tough time believing they hard switch Venusaur into Thundurus right here. I know, actually, Wormwind's just a safer play, isn't it? Actually, Steel Wind is 100% safe. But Wormwind would kill it. I'm gonna Wormwind. Got the slot wrong. This is so unfortunate. This is not what I wanted. Not like this. And it's Sash Venusaur too. If it wasn't Sash, imagine if I would have Wormwooded Dialga though. Now I think we're in trouble. Sleep Powder's coming out. Okay, so here's the thing. They cannot hard switch in Groudon. Because if they hard switch in Groudon for Thundurus, they lose the boost. Now is it worth, do they think it's worth the boost losing to switch out Thundurus here? Because there's a chance I can read that. If I think they think it's worth the boost, which I think it might be for them, right? Because who cares about the boost if you have both Pokemon asleep, right? And Venusaur's at 1 HP anyways. I'm going to call that. I'm going to go into Kyogre over here, and I'm going to go Max Wormwind into the Thundy slot. I got that call wrong. They are just going to max this Thundy, and finally getting a call wrong here. Airstream, of course, not going to kill me, though, thanks to the fact that I am super bulky. And they are going to risk the Sleep Powder. They are going to miss, nice, thankfully. And we're going to get some nice chip damage off there. Of course, Thunder is getting boosted once more, but the problem now is I have to dodge another Sleep Powder, which is the main problem. Unless I hard pivot, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to let Kyogre go to sleep, and I'm going to do I Ice Beam? Ice Beam's stronger, I think. So I'm going to Ice Beam. Actually, I stopped, but stopping to sleep is more important, so I could go for this. Yeah, beautiful. Oh, they leave Storm. Okay, that's fine. That is okay, I think. Because I go Insane, I give them +3 Thundurus. But then does Dialga take a Knuckle? I have no choice though, because Kiss is asleep for guaranteed turns. So I have to go Insane. But I think this is going to be the loss here, guys. And I think this is the loss because I just have nothing to deal with Thundurus. Or not the same answer that I'd like to have to deal with Thundurus, you know? So right now, this is going to come down to can I live what this Thundurus is going to go for. And I have to drop a Draco and do it. I am not going to live what this Thundurus is going to go for. That was a very well played helping hand. Knuckle, going to definitely murder me, right? Yeah, okay. Poor Dialga. Never stood a chance there. Kiss comes back in, but like, I'm not winning this with what I have in the back. I'm not beating Dialga Groudon with Kiss Instant. So we're just going to forfeit and move on to another game here. Probably going to be the last one of the day. But I'd like to play an Yveltal because I want to see what happens in that matchup. Right? Because I know that's a tough matchup. And I'd like to see it, but this matchup, on the other hand, I feel pretty comfortable with. I go Dialga. Honestly, the Metagross is actually probably the biggest concern. I don't love Togekiss here. I'd like to go Grimmsnarl, but I can't do that reliably because of the Metagross. Is this a Thundurus game? Right, this becomes the question. Is this just Grimmsnarl Thundurus with Kyogre Dialga in the back? Is this the reason for that? Like, is this the time for me to have this? Like, a Thundurus goes crazy into both of the restricteds here. The problem with Thundurus would be Alecki. But on this team, you got to assume it's physical Alecki. So what I'm actually going to do is I think I'm going to leave... Let's go Dialga... Let's go Dialga Instant. I don't think they're leading Kyogre into Dialga. I'm going to keep my mouse double-clicked, and I guess I'm bringing Togekiss. Okay, so don't let your mouse double-click, guys. Don't be me. Actually invest in new computer equipment when you need it. Yeah, we might lose this now because we have a Togekiss. When I wanted like Thundurus here, because Thundurus late game was kind of my game plan. Like I was gonna Trick Room with Dialga, not max it, stay in Trick Room, and go from there. But like I said, this is probably gonna be physical Alecki. I don't think you're gonna max Kyogre here. Also, not sure if you're really gonna max Alecki. You don't have much of a switch in. I guess you do, but I think I just Wormwood. And I fake out Kyogre, right? Yeah, beautiful. This is where having Hailstorm would have been nice, because I would have been able to not only change the weather, but also just straight up kill this. Oh, never mind, it's not even Sash. Cool, it wasn't even Sash. So, plan B is going to have to work for us here, guys. Alecki's going to waltz on back in. Maybe after that, they're going to go, oh, this guy doesn't have Max Quake. But I'm going to click Max Quake. I am going to also hard pivot into Togekiss here. Does it matter, though? Or would I rather have Follow Me after? Or would I rather have Fake Out? I think I'd rather have Instant for the Caly. So Kiss unfortunately, you've done your job. Yep, they're gonna max the Regieleki. The question literally becomes, can Dialga take this? And I don't see why it shouldn't. Dialga is an absolute beast. I'm not dying, right? No, okay. I don't need Kiss anymore. That was brought in as a sacrifice. Goodbye, Regieleki. I'm gonna get my special defense boost back right there. And we're not in the best of positions. I have one more turn of max, so I go Kyogre first. Do I? Or do I just go? No, I go Kyogre first for sure. I go Kyogre first for sure. Now I can Calm Mind up here. Do I want to max guard is the question. Because what I need to do is actually put pressure on this Kyogre. And as of right now, I'm not doing that at all. So I could actually get outpaced in this endgame right now, which is not fun. Like, not fun at all. Because if they just Astral Barrage, I think I have to Calm Mind. Because then at least I get Fake Out and potentially another Calm Mind. And then Kyogre should be able to outpace. So I go for the max Quake if you give it to me. Into the Ogre. Actually, I break into the Ogre, or do I break the Caly? I don't worry about the Caly. I hit the Ogre. And I go for a Calm Mind. Astral Barrage shouldn't be killing either. That's Life Orb? No, it's not Life Orb. It just killed me. Interesting. Is that Specs, I wonder? Oh, that does way too much damage. So now we've lost. That's doing way too much damage. So the only other option here is I catch Kyogre protecting. But I think that's going to be Specs Calyrex, which is going to cost me this game because I need them to mess up. Yeah, I basically just need them to mess up, protect Kyogre, have them for whatever reason be Specs Calyrex, and die to a Darkest Area, and then maybe Kyogre can pivot this back. They're actually going to protect the Calyrex. They're actually going to double protect. Doesn't really help me at all, but it is an interesting endgame. It doesn't help me because, like, I'm pretty sure Kyogre is just dead. But, like, I guess if they, like, miss an attack, but it's not gonna happen. This endgame is just too hard. Just Specs Calyrex just did too much damage there. And then the problem was I never hindered the Kyogre. Never got my Trick Room up like I wanted and never hindered the Kyogre. That's on me. I don't think that's a team issue. One, that was the double click on the mouse, because like having Fundy in that endgame as planned would have been nice. But at the same time, I think I also could have won that with the 4 pieces I had. So let's just play that back. So I kill a Lecky, which is obviously probably not what I want to do. So let's say I don't kill a Lecky and I hit the Ogre, right? I leave a Lecky on the field. I then bring in Incineroar, and I go for the Fake Out, and then I kill a Lecky. Because then I'd have endgame Ogre versus Calyrex, which is still kind of shaky, but interesting. I don't know. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. The Specs Calyrex definitely threw off some of my calcs, and that was the problem, right? I left them with so much power on the field, right? Like, yeah, sure, I killed their Max Lecky. Yeah, sure, I killed their Torn. But like, the problem was I let them have Specs Calyrex and full power Water Spout. Nothing's living that combination. I mean, it's tough to live that combination in general. So like, I can't blame. Like, I just gave them that endgame too much. You know what I mean? I gave them too much leeway in that endgame to get that onto the field. I think if I slowed that down a little bit better, like I said, my concept was get Trick Room and have late game Fundy, but unfortunately Mouse had other issues. But hey, you know what? We could have won that anyway. So that's gonna be it for today, guys. I think the team was really, really solid. I'm really enjoying it. I'd like to build on it a little bit more. I think maybe having like an actual designated Trick Room sweeper with like a Glacier could be kind of cool. It helps versus the Thunderous matchup. I don't know if I need Grim and Instant. I feel like I'm either bringing one or the other. And I feel like if I'm going to commit to Trick Room more, I actually drop Grimmsnarl, because getting Fake Out Trick Room or Follow Me Trick Room are very good options. It's just Grim Dialga is so tough to pass up on, guys. But this is the team. Paste will be in the description down below. I'm not going to put the paste to the Zacian one, guys. I don't think it's all that good of a paste. You can make the concept, like I said before, to just bulk up this Dialga a little bit more. But I wanted to do damage. I wanted to go fast and do damage if I had the option to, so that's what I took. Probably, like I said, you probably want to go modest. You probably pick up a few more extra knockouts, but yeah, you know what? Team worked out. I'm content with it. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the episode. I have no clue where I go with these outros yet, but thank you guys for stopping by, and I will catch you guys in a future video.